I'm Wine.
I'm Zoe.
And I'm Lucas.
And this is the Unofficial Sports Show, where we give you a look at some obscure sports while also holding the occasional competition with an Oswego athlete.
For our season finale, we welcome the pride and joy of Latham, New York, and a member of both WTOP 10 and the Oswego swim and dive team, Lucas McGarry. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Sir.
Good 518 shout-outs, though.
Of course.
Both from there, obviously.
Yeah, so what you're going to be doing today is judging our By Yourself segment.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Yep.
So you guys are home, are used to our, you're not judging our By Yourself segment, you're judging our obscure sports segment.
Okay.
So for you guys back at home, you're used to our obscure sport, but when Wine pitches me an obscure sport, and I decide whether or not it should be a sport. To cap off the season, we decided to do something a little different, and we have Lucas decide. So Wine and I pick two obscure sports, and we'll pitch them to Lucas, who will then decide which one he'd rather play. Wine, start me off.
Thank you very much, Joe. Lucas, first I'm going to give
Wine.
you underwater hockey. Not as gross as what we picked last episode with toe wrestling. It's a sport where people are at the bottom of a pool, they push a puck with little sticks, little tiny sticks, while holding their breath. Very physically demanding, as I just said, holding your breath the whole time. And of course, there are no breaks. You need a lot of different traits. First of all, the endurance of a swimmer. Second of all, the physicality of a hockey player. Third of all, the spatial awareness of a soccer midfielder. Shout out Nick Stetter. And you build real relationships with people. It's a sport built on camaraderie because there are no avenues of communication because, of course, you are underwater, only team chemistry.
Okay, so underwater hockey, that sounds really difficult. I mean, I think I can handle myself just because I'm pretty good with the water sports, but I got to hear Zoe's first.
I mean, you're a swimmer. You're a swimmer.
I feel like I might be able to sort of participate in that, but the physicality, I don't know about that part. But Zoe, let's hear what you got.
So I kind of went a different route. I haven't met anyone who hasn't liked to throw food in their life. My obscure sport today is haggis hurling. The sport originated in 1977 in Edinburgh, Scotland. Haggis is a national food of Scotland, and the dish contains, it's a pudding that contains sheep heart, liver, long onions, sweat, meal, spices, and salt, which is then cooked in the animal's stomach for 3 hours. In the sport, people simply see who can throw the haggis the farthest. If it goes too left or too right, it doesn't count. Then obviously the longest valid throw wins. Fun fact for you, the record farthest haggis thrown is by Alan Pettigrew, throwing it an impressive 217 feet, which is pretty far. Which is pretty far.
Okay.
So I kind of went a different route there.
Right.
He pitched it a little bit better, but you know.
Yeah. Well, now Lucas, going off of what we just said, both of our pitches, obviously good. Which one should be a sport, and then also, which one would you want to play?
Oh man, I mean, in terms of what one should be a sport, I'm gonna have to go with the underwater hockey, just because I feel like it's got more of a structure. You got teams, you got some endurance. However, the one I want to play more is definitely haggis hurling. That's got to be the most absurd thing I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Are you familiar with haggis?
No, absolutely not. I've heard the term haggis just because I've heard it, but absolutely not haggis hurling. That's absolutely ridiculous. But I feel like I could be pretty good. I'd launch a couple of haggis bombs.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I saw around that, it was around it was obviously in European metrics, but I think it's in, I think it was a couple kilograms.
Oh
so I forgot what the kilogram to pound thing is. I think it's more kilograms to one, or more pounds to 1 kilogram, right?
It is. There's
a couple kilograms.
Okay, pounds a little heavier than a kilogram.
It's a very interesting sport. I appreciate you for picking mine. I would have to agree.
Well, in terms of legitimacy of a sport, yes,
it's
definitely is. But in terms
on,
of just my enjoyment, I gotta go with that.
Yeah,
that's just absurd, and I love absurd.
It's definitely built on things that are a sport. I would play haggis.
I don't know. It's kind of gross. It's kind of just like a ball of meat.
Oh, 100%.
Well, yeah, exactly. Am I gonna have some of the excess haggis on my hands after I'm done? That's gonna be so.
Would you try it?
Oh, of course I do.
it rivals toe
for
wrestling.
sure. If there was a period in my life where I have a chance to go haggis hurling, I'm not gonna pass up on that.
Especially if there's money involved. I mean.
Oh my God, yeah. I have to do
money
it there.
involved, yeah.
I gotta.
I mean, you're just throwing something at the end of the day for money.
Yeah.
Who says no to that?
I can't complain about that.
Yeah. I mean,
So overall, tie 1-1. Hey.
Tie 1-1. I got the swimming episode top 5. You got the season finale.
Lucas, thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us today.
You're gonna be the other side.
Thank you very much for your time. Don't go anywhere. Stick around after the break.
$50. You better watch out.
You gotta swat you like a bug.
That is like not.
Do you like reading? Do you like...
Finale of the Unofficial Sports Show. I'm Logan Weingartner, and beside me is Lorenz Guzman. Now, before we get into more fun competitions, let's give you a look into the national world of sports. Lorenz, kick it off.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's playoff time for the two major sports, the NBA and NHL. We're going to give you our championship predictions for both teams. Logan, start us off with the NBA.
Thank you, Zoe. Well, I said it last episode 2 weeks ago. Nick instead of the Oswego Lazo boys. I'm staying right there with the New York Knicks, tied 2-2 currently with the Atlanta Hawks. By the time we're recording, they play in about an hour. But the Knicks have been very impressive in this series. I can guarantee you by the time you're seeing this, it will almost be up 3-2 because they're going to win tonight. But I said it, Mitchell Robinson will be an X factor this series, and that is exactly what he has been. He's been a very active and good defensive presence, and his ability to keep possessions alive is just amazing. One of the best offensive rebounders in the game. Don't even get me started on Karl Anthony Towns either. I know he had a shaky up and down regular season, but he has shook all that off in the playoffs. He's been incredibly impressive, and I'm reading the article, head coach Mike Brown praises him. He calls him a really, really good defender when he wants to, and as of late, he's been really good on that end of the floor. And also, not just that end of the floor, also offense. Last game, triple-double, up to about, I believe it was 18 rebounds and 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 20 points. It was the game before that, he got about 18 rebounds. So he's been super impressive, and I've been really just impressed with the scoring when Brunson hasn't showed up. You've had other guys, Hart and all them. Now, one thing I've wished maybe the bench production would go up is still, I'm going to stick overall with the New York Knicks for the 2026 NBA championship.
I like that. I really do. I really like the Knicks.
Thank you.
As your prediction. I'm also a Knicks fan. I didn't want to redo your pick, so obviously I can't. I'm going to choose a different team. But you said bench production. The Knicks they're used to not having production from their bench. Obviously, you know, they're with their whole let's play the starters 40 minutes strategy last year, which, you know, wasn't the greatest in the world. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. My prediction for the NBA champs, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Lakers. I know it's not everyone's pick. Many people don't think it'll be there, but let me break down why I believe the Lakers can make it. Team chemistry has never looked this good before, ever. Yeah. You're missing two all-star players, Luka and Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves expected to come back, maybe for Game 5. But, you know, you're playing on the back of 41-year-old LeBron James. When has that ever been done? Team chemistry hasn't looked good. Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart are playing out of their minds.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Luke Kennard, always been a great three-point shooter.
One of the best three-point shooters ever, statistically.
Yeah, statistically ever. Yeah. Playing out of his mind. Marcus Smart is hustling like a man possessed, and I love it. I love it.
Marcus Smart is back.
Luka, possible comeback. I think that's big. I think you got to remember that. When you get a player of Luka's caliber back, coming back from injury, to a team that's already playing as well as they are, they're only going to get better.
Oh, yeah.
Austin Reeves, again, might come back later in the series, may come back for Game 5. Hopefully. We'll see. And I think the thing to top it all off, nobody in the league, coach, player, or whatever, has had as much playoff experience as LeBron James.
Oh, yeah.
18 years, has played through different eras of the NBA, played through the Bad White Pistons when the Celtics were good, played for Miami, Big Three, played when Golden State was on their tear. Now he's playing when people like Nikola Jokic are on a tear. Giannis, he's playing with Victor Wembanyama. He's playing with his son. I mean, he's seen it all when it comes. He's seen every kind of defensive scheme, has matched up against every type of player, and I think he is really your X factor.
Oh,
when you have LeBron James, don't count him out. That's my rule of the NBA.
No, I mean, I agree. He's averaged 20.9 points per game in his first season, where he finished 9th in MVP voting. This season, the same mark, 20.9 points per game. I mean, 41 years old. How are you going to beat that then? In that game, stripped Reed Shepherd of the ball, then literally went back behind the arc and just drilled a three. I mean, he's still unreal.
And people say he's not clutch, and I don't believe that.
Still an all NBA caliber player at 41. It's ridiculous. It's wild.
And before we move on to our next sport, you're 20, turning 21. I just turned 20. We both have been alive as long as LeBron James has been dominating the NBA.
Yeah. I saw a video last night of on Instagram, I believe it was posted by maybe CBS or something. It was LeBron on the floor, then how old each player was, or even if they were born in LeBron's first year.
That's ridiculous. It's really obscure.
Yeah.
It really is out of this world. But
yeah. Well,
So we
now,
got next.
Zoe, let's move to hockey, another sport that is in its playoffs. We'll start here with the Empire State's finest, the Buffalo Sabres. Zoe, they are my pick to win it all. After receiving a new GM this past season, they have been nothing short of dominant. I think everybody knows that. The Sabres fans use the term wagon a lot. No better term to describe that. They have been on a tear. They have outscored the Bruins 15-9 this playoffs, including a 6-1 win last game. And let me tell you, spreading the wealth has never been at a better rate. 6 different goal scorers. No goal scorer last game had more than 1. Spreading the puck all out, and on the defensive end, you can really use either goalie. You can use Luukkonen or Lyon. Both of them are very both of them put up great efforts. They can serve the Sabres very well. And yeah, I mean, I think especially their big X factor is they're hungry. They broke that playoff drought. I believe it was the longest playoff drought in North American sports. This past season, it might have been them or the Dolphins, or the Jets, I mean. But they broke that. Yeah, I just think they're super hungry. This might be the year.
Yeah. Well, before I start my segment, I agree with you. We're in Buffalo territory.
Yeah.
Buffalo town. I don't mind the Sabres as a pick. I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for all Buffalo teams. I hope the Bills make it. I hope the Sabres make it. But I'm not as well versed in the NHL than I am the NBA. So I did a little bit of research. My pick, underrated pick again. I'm gonna go for the Vegas Golden Knights. It's not a pick everybody would say. People would say the Avalanche, the Sabres.
Yeah.
But I'm going for the Golden Knights. They have depth. They can score from all lines, which I think in the playoffs, and when it comes to most sports, more scoring the better.
100%. Yeah.
And we brought up X factors for the Sabres. My X factor is that their experience. You know, they won in 2023. They know what it takes to get the job done. They have a good goalkeeper in Carter Hart. He's coming back from an injury, but he's 6-0 currently with a .930 save percentage. I don't really know much about save percentage, but in my head, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's all I got. I don't have as much as they do for the NBA, but I'm rooting for the Vegas Golden Knights. They have my pick. They have my support. But I do think the Buffalo Sabres do hopefully top.
It's a very fair pick. Let me say, if the Sabres don't win it all, I think the farthest they go could at least be the semifinals of the Eastern Conference. And hey, Golden Knights very good. It's either, I think, come out of the West, either them or the Oilers.
I think both my teams, the Lakers and the Golden Knights, are just a team to look out for.
Oh, 100%.
A team to look out. Don't be surprised.
They both have a lot of X factors up and down the lineup.
Don't be surprised if they make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be surprised. But should we move on? Shall
Yeah.
we move on? So we're going to continue here, and let's go back and bring back our flagship segment, Buy or Sell. In this segment, Wine and I both choose a sport, trend, or topic and decide whether or not we invest in it. If we buy it, that means we're investing in it, and if we're selling, that means we believe it's going to fail or not do good in the future. Wine, start us off.
Yeah, thanks. So it's been a bit, some 2 weeks since we've been here. We're going to start with top 5 sports rivalries. I'm going to go 5-1. My 5th, Knicks versus Hawks. Some of you might say this is biased, whatever, because I'm a Knicks fan. But this one started as of late, recently, 2021. And this rivalry, of course, has made its way back to the 2025 playoffs. We saw C.J. McCollum and Jalen Brunson get into it a few games ago with C.J. McCollum sort of kicking Brunson, and then...
I'm going to cut you off.
Yeah.
So for our confused control room in the back, you are in our top 5 segment. Where that is not our buy and sell segment. Do you remember who you bought?
Oh, yeah, sorry, you mixed it up. I was looking at my document. I was in the wrong. Okay.
It's all right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm buying Ayo Dosunmu of the Minnesota Timberwolves. You might have watched him. First round versus the Nuggets, 21.8 points per game. This is through about 4 games. 58.6 field goal percentage, 2.8 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. He has been nothing short of dominant for the Wolves. He has gotten the chance to unleash after leaving Chicago for Minnesota. That seems the case for a lot of players who leave Chicago for
any other team.
Yeah, pretty much. I know it's a bigger sample size within the Wolves, but he has had a plus 17 point per game increase in the playoffs. He had one series with the Bulls in the playoffs, and now he has one with the Wolves. I know, of course, bigger sample size, but still, he's been a critical part of their 2 straight victories, helping them to go up 3-1, 25 points in Game 3, and led the team. Gobert and Reed only combined for 15 points. He stepped up, elevated that team, helped them win the game. Game before, 43 points. Edwards had 5, Conley had 5, McDaniels only 12, Gobert only 4, and hey, those 4 only combined for a field goal percentage of 31. So when they're not doing well, Dosunmu is dominating on the offensive end, elevating the Wolves, and hey, potentially a first-round victory with the downfall of the Nuggets. And of course, DiVincenzo out. Dosunmu going to need to step up into an even bigger scoring role.
I mean, I really like that. I also like that because Anthony Edwards, what's going on with him? Knee injury. I forgot what it was, but he's him out. You're losing 2 starters. Expect him to step up. And we didn't talk about this beforehand, but both our buy or sells are buys, and they're both up-and-coming players who have been on a tear lately. I'm going to go into the world of baseball. I'm going to hit you with Ben Rice as my buy. He's been on an absolute tear lately. Career highs all across the board. He has a 322 slugging, he is averaging 322, he's slugging 744, and has an OPS of 1.192, which is actually higher than Aaron Judge in his prime, even though, 28 game sample size, not the biggest in the world. Same thing with your guy.
Yeah.
But that being said, 10 homers in 28 games, ridiculous stat. He's been on a tear. He struggled against lefties, which was his biggest problem. But that being said, he's been a unit for the Yankees. I think it's outrageous how he doesn't get played enough compared to Goldschmidt, but I think he's on a tear, and expect him to be on the rise. Maybe make an all-star team. Maybe make the home run derby. We'll see. But stick around, because we're going to toss a break, and when we get back, we'll go into our final segment of the show.
Do you like reading? Do you like reading books? Do you like looking at books? Do you like having a collection of books in your living room?
Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, spoiler alert! Okay, Lord, why did I write this in yellow? I told you! Welcome back between the pages.
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy! I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stunned still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Welcome back, everybody. Season 2 of Oswego Lazo.
For potentially the final time, welcome back to the final block of the first season here at the Unofficial Sports Show. And we'll go right into it for our final competition. We're we're going to look at the top 5 rivalries within sports. I'd mentioned it before, that was my bad on the wrong part of the document. But there's a never-ending debate on not just when you get into it, the top 3, but also the top 5 rivalries in sports. We'll give our 2 cents. Zoe, why don't you kick us off?
I think when you think of rivalries, there's a handful that come to mind, but one that stands out to me and you, and most people here who keep up with sports, I'm going to go Red Sox-Yankees.
I love that.
As a Yankees fan myself growing up, you hate the Red Sox. I grew up wanting to be shortstop for the Yankees. I wanted to be Derek Jeter. And, you know, I despise David Ortiz. I despise Dustin Pedroia. I despise...
Come on, man.
I mean, come on, man. I just don't like him. It's like red versus blue.
That's fair.
Yankees, Red Sox, 2 historically great organizations, and you just put them up near each other, too. I mean, New Yorkers hate people from Boston. It's just born in blood there.
Yeah, true. That's not just that sport either. You got Knicks, Celtics.
Yeah. Every
NFL
New York team
too.
hates every Boston team.
Yeah,
Giants, Patriots.
Yeah, David Tyree.
But hit me with yours now.
Staying in New York, give me the Knicks and the Hawks. Started in 2021. Of course, it's made its way now to the 2025 NBA playoffs. Had already mentioned it with CJ McCollum and Jalen Brunson kind of getting into it. I believe it was game 1 where McCollum had kicked Brunson. But yeah, this rivalry, Trae Young tried to step on the court back in 2021. Not a big fan of that, but Knicks about to beat the Hawks in my opinion. But still, this rivalry is very heated. You see the side talk segments on New York. New York hates Trae Young. They have a chant. They don't like Trae Young. So yeah, this would be my number 5.
Your number 5? Oh, okay. Well, my number 2, because we're going down in order.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes. I'm gonna go college rivalry. I'm going to go Ohio State, Michigan. Another rivalry that comes to mind. The Ohio State versus Michigan. The Buckeyes versus the Wolverines. I think, again, they didn't play in the championship lately.
Buckeyes in Michigan?
Yeah,
No.
I remember seeing the hype for the game. I'm recently getting into college football, and it's just, again, 2 successful organizations. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
They're going to meet each other at the top. Schools don't like each other. That's all I can say for that. Everyone, you know what happens when Ohio State plays Michigan.
100%. And staying in college with you, my number 2, North Carolina and Duke, 2 in-state rivals, and there's nothing but pure blue blood hatred between these programs. Whether the game is in Cameron Indoor or in Chapel Hill, the intensity is there. Obviously, decades of iconic moments within this rivalry. Can't get much better than that.
I like college rivalries because it's kind of
especially
like the
college
skull factor. I love it. I'm going to stay there, college football. I'm going to go Notre Dame versus Miami. I'm going to go the Catholics versus the Convicts.
I love that.
I think that's the coolest nickname for a rivalry ever. The Catholics versus the Convicts. The bad boys from downtown and the respected people of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
But again, 2 successful organizations historically over time, both producing great players for the NFL. But, I mean, my favorite part about these rivalries is when they go into the pros and they still hate each other.
Oh, yes.
I think that's the best.
Yes, my Irish losing last year to Miami. But now, number 3, Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers. The hatred runs deep. NFC North, you find rivalries within the whole conference. And it's just as intense as the whole AFC. You know, Packers had controlled this for about a decade, but now Bears getting better. So this rivalry is really just heating back up after it wasn't for a while. And you just love to see that within the NFL. You know, those cold tundra games. That's just when that makes the atmosphere even better. So yeah, give me Bears and Packers.
So for my 4th one, I'm going to go people. I'm going to go Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor.
That's good.
2 people who just despise each other. I don't know. I've always been a UFC fan growing up. Watching this fight and watching the build-up to this fight was ridiculous. You know, Conor's on the microphone skills, the trash talk he produces, versus Khabib, the very respectable, very quiet, reserved guy. But man, this fight, the tensions, the family, they brought families into it. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that is a great one. I love the individual standpoint. Now, my 4th is the Canadiens and Maple Leafs. Our first dip into hockey in this segment is the NHL's oldest rivalry, and Maple Leafs looking to gain their first Stanley Cup since 1967. So when they meet in the playoffs, it's even more intense. This is a very much so a decade of playoff battles, and what makes it even better is hockey fans don't just like their teams. If you've noticed, they live and breathe that fandom. So yeah, give me for my number 4 slot, Canadiens and Maple Leafs.
I like that. I also love hockey fans. I respect them so much.
Yes.
They truly love their
Look at the
sport.
Sabres this year. I mean,
yeah, they truly
filled out stadium.
love their sport.
Every game.
And I'm going to talk to you about fans who love their sport. this is country-wise. Give me England versus America.
Ooh.
Something different. But
I like
England
that.
versus America matching up in whatever it is. May it be basketball, baseball. They're playing in the baseball classics.
Yeah.
Already played, but basketball, baseball, soccer too. We're getting into in soccer.
Yeah.
I think it's a rivalry that comes back that goes through time. We all know why it started, history-wise, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I really do. Every time when you get the whole country to root for your thing, I think that engages the fans. I think it brings
100%.
everyone together, and I love it. And like in the Olympics, if you have an American versus a British person, I think I just truly love it. It makes me happy inside.
I love that pick, and I'm going to stay with soccer. I'm going to give you Real Madrid and Barcelona. You know, kids have debated for decades who's the better player between Ronaldo and Messi. I'm not the most avid soccer fan, so I can't give my full opinion on that, but soccer is very much a worldwide sport, and everyone knows about this particular rivalry. They call it the El Clasico, and every single time these teams face off against each other, it gets worldwide attention. The atmosphere at soccer games is unmatched. These teams' fan bases hate each other. They go all out for these soccer games. So yeah, at the final, Real Madrid versus Barcelona.
I like that. I like that a lot, especially in those years where they both had Messi and Ronaldo, the two biggest players in the world, biggest athletes in the world. I don't want to say that, but possibly the biggest athletes in the world going at each other. And it also, something that people may not know, Nike versus Adidas. I'm pretty sure it's either Barcelona or Real Madrid. They were signed to Nike. The other team was signed to Adidas.
Yes,
and them going at each other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Goliath versus Goliath every single game.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it. Well, I mean, wow, that's season 1, huh?
Yeah, I'm sad to end this final segment of season 1. It has been a tremendous first season of the Unofficial Sports Show, from the run-through week, which was admittedly kind of shaky, to now. I'm very happy with the final product. I'm sure you too are, Lorenz. I'm extremely grateful.
We went from throwing paper into baskets, which was our run-through episode.
Was not televised, but yeah, he's not lying.
Then went to having a three-point contest with a D3 shooter.
Yeah.
It was all special. My favorite moment, my favorite episode, I'll make it quick, was probably the swim episode.
That was so much
Got my
fun.
cousin on. It was fun. I enjoy swimming. I think it's fun. And I don't know, got some of our friends. They're all our friends. And it was a lot of fun. What was your favorite episode? Make it quick.
I have to say, I'm grateful for every single one. I have to say, flag football. Swim takes the 2. Swim takes the 2. But flag football is so much fun, learning with DZ, Dylan Zielinski, and Kenny, and everyone else, seeing my friends Nick Stetter. So yeah, I love the flag football. Just an extreme blessing to be able to put this show on every other week.
We got to thank our guests. Chris White Luciano, Dylan Zielinski, Kenny Gerard, Peter Jennings, Mike Neckers, Lucas McGarry, Nick Stetter, Sam Brewer for all helping out. I'd also like to thank our crew, man.
Yeah, not possible.
Ryan Prechtel, Kayla, Kobe, Adrian, Rowan on graphics, Dylan Ford, director.
Love Silly Dilly.
Love Silly Dilly, man. Yeah, that's our cute photo, man.
Yeah.
I love our crew. We really wouldn't be here without you guys. It really means a lot. We'll see, though. Maybe we'll have another season.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's up in the air. We know as much as you at home.
Yeah. Take it away, man.
Yeah, well, it's been a blessing. Of course, as I said, that's it for season 1 of the Unofficial Sports Show. Again, thank you to every single viewer at home. Of course, make sure to follow our Instagram at the Unofficial Sports Show for all updates. And roll the tape.
Maybe we'll see you guys again.
Yeah.
Roll the tape.